Well, it's a late night, early morning whip and sip with DP Crazy Lady. It is 3:08 a.m. It is now Friday. It is the why do I do this all the time? It's the 3rd of May, and it's a Friday, 2024. All I have left to do is this little corner here on this Grand Canyon from Make Market that I got at Michael's. Let me push it back a little and I will show you what it looks like. There it is. For some reason this looks like, a circus tent. But there it is. I suppose it looks good. Maybe once it's done and I step away, it's just so monotonous. I cannot wait to get it finished. So I'm going to put you on pause, put you in the cradle, and we'll start this section here with a little whip and sip. Yeah, I'm up. I will probably be up the rest of the night into the morning. I've got a couple places I have to run to tomorrow. Today, to me, it's still Thursday night. It's not Friday yet. So hang in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, I guess we're back. I'm going to turn the light on now, and we'll get to it. Oh my goodness. I have to see what color to start with. It's so much to choose from. It just looks like one big cluster of whatever here. So I guess I'll start with the letter D, which I can't see over here. I have to look on the other side. Okay, that's number 4. Okay, today was a very hectic, busy day. I got the bug on my ear that I needed to clean up the kitchen, like late spring cleaning, I guess is what you want to call it. See, part of the problem, and I start it from scratch, I'll explain it. About 5 years, in 2015 or 2016, I think it was 2015, I paid a furnace guy to put whole house air conditioning in. And my original thermostat was in the hallway, 2 rooms away from the furnace. He was not cheap. He didn't come cheap. I paid quite a bit of bucks to have it done. But I think he was a little lazy and a little bit, didn't want to do the hard work, which meant climbing under the mobile home and running the electrical or the cord or wiring to run it to the hallway underneath and pull it up and hook up the new thermostat in the hallway. So what he did was, and me like a dummy said, oh, okay, because I wasn't thinking, I allowed him to put the thermostat where my kitchen counter is. There's a small section of wall nearer the furnace, and he just ran it right there. So my thermostat is in the kitchen, a room that probably gets warmer than any other room. Duh. Plus, I have a very small kitchen, which means my microwave was sitting right below the thermostat. So anytime I ran my microwave, the heat from the fan on the microwave would, in the winter time, it would raise the thermostat to where the furnace said, oh, it's warm enough in here because you've reached that temperature you set it at. I'm shutting off. And then we'd sit in here and freeze. And in the summertime, what it does, as you can imagine, it says, oh, it's really hot in here. Let's run the furnace for the air conditioning. And number one, let's freeze you out of the mobile home. And let's run your electric bill sky high. So, the microwave I had was a big one. It was 900 watts, I think. And it was a lot bigger. I wanted something small. So my daughter kept looking on at Home Depot and other places, and they had a 700 watt, smaller in dimension and easier to move. You know, that if I go to use it, I can just slide it down a little bit. Where the vents are on this microwave, the one that I just got, they're not closer, they're not up toward the top, they're down at the bottom, and they blow down rather than up. So if I notice that it's going to cause an issue, I will slide it down when I'm using it and slide it back. See, I don't have another area to put it. There's only so many plugs in a mobile home, and I have a very small counter space. So we saw this one. It's the same make and same make model type thing as my other one, a Magic Chef. Like I said, it's only 700 watts. I don't need anything huge. And instead of it being red like my other one, this one is white. And I didn't notice before I bought it, the interior is gray. It's not white like, some of your other microwaves. It's like a whitey or black, gray enamel or something. But anyhow, it's basically all the same thing. It's, perfect for what I need it for. And I was going to take my microwave and just stick it out front in front of the mobile home and, either wait for the garbage men to take it away or somebody grab it before we got a storm or something. But I happened to see the people next door, the lady that I was telling you about with the electric and stuff like that. Yes, they have moved. That's why I hadn't heard the dog over there in a while. And so they went ahead and they were, it's taken them a while to, gather stuff out. They're doing it a little at a time, and a lot of stuff they're just leaving behind, like all the building material they had in there because it all molded and mildewed because the place is so bad. And so seen her out there, and I asked her, I said, do you guys need a microwave? Because my red microwave, yeah, it was about 15 to 17 years old. I know it was at least 15 years old. I mean, it still worked. The only issue I had was from opening and closing the door so much, or using it so much, some of the white enamel was starting to wear off. And I was afraid that it was going to start arcing. So I used some of that white enamel paint they put on stoves, you know, to, like if you get a chip, you put it on and it covers the chip. And it was starting to wear off again. And I told her, asked her, I said, do you need a microwave? I said, it works, it just needs cleaned up. And I told her about the liquid enamel. And she says, oh yeah, she said, we could definitely use it where we're, moving at. And I said, well, you can have it, take it. I don't need it. It's either you or it's gonna, sorry, go to the trash, because I sure am not going to try and sell it, and I'm not going to store it in my shed. I'm trying to get rid of everything out of my shed. So they took it, but yeah, they're moving out. Apparently, the manager though asked them. He said, "Are you moved out yet? How soon can you get moved out?" And I'm thinking, okay, there's only one reason and one reason only that the manager wants to know how soon you're going to be moving out, is they want to get their butts in there, redo that mobile home however they're going to do it, slap lipstick on a pig like they did 10 years ago, and resell that dang place. And the same issue is going to happen again. The mold's going to come right back, just like it did before. And that's the only reason. I think I finished the D's on here. I'm not going to go up. I'll get a different color here. But, yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to sell it to some unsuspecting person. And I'm telling you, black mold like that, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. That's health issues. And I cannot believe this park is doing that. That is really something else. Let's see, what color will I go to? Let me go with these circles here. So I know that's what's going to happen. They're going to get in there and redo it. They need to remove that mobile home. I hate to. I have no one I can report it to. If this is considered private property and the city has nothing to do with it, I don't know where they would make them do anything, if you called and complained. So I have no idea. But I'll tell you, they need to tear that mobile home down and pull it out. There's at least 6 or 8 mobile homes in this park that have been empty and vacant anywhere from 1 to 2 years to 5 to 7 years have been vacant. And they've got to be, wet and damp and yucky on the inside, and windows are busted on some of them. They're way up at the other end, away from me. And they are supposed to tear those down. That, I'll tell you, this manager's husband is a waste. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but he's a waste of a human being. He gets paid to sit on his fat butt. He doesn't do anything. I have yet to see him. He sends out other people doing something. The grass on the lots that are empty need to be cut, mowed. They need to be cleaned up. And they're not doing anything. She goes up to the office maybe 3 days out of every month. And that's to go up there and, go through all the records, print out their rent bills or whatever, and then they must pay or whatever somebody else, or to go and stick them on all your doors. That's it. And then you never You never see, hear anything from any of them. Nothing. They don't clean up the parking lots. There's 2 or 3 parking lots here. They don't clean them up. Tree branches all down, falling down in them. I just don't get it. This was not a bad mobile home park when I first moved in here almost 20 years ago. I can't believe. And the thing is, being that the owners of these parks, they don't care. But being that they're all the way in Texas, as long as they get their money and they collect their money, they don't care. You can't complain to them. What do they care? It's a write-off to them. They own way more than one mobile home park, that's for sure. So they don't care. So I don't know who or what, you can complain to or about or whatever. Because saying things to them, nothing. It just goes right over their heads. And they can make it hell for you if they want to. I mean, the first year I think it was the first year or 2 that they were managers, and that was before the place in Texas bought the place. They came over here to me and said, "Oh, your mobile home needs to be power washed." And I said, "Okay, because if you don't power wash it, you get a fine or something." I said, "Okay, who do I get to do it?" "Oh, we got a guy that lives here in the park that does it." And I thought to myself, okay, now I know why you want the mobile homes power washed. Number 2, they picked and chose who they said had to have their mobile home power washed, because it's awful funny that some of the other ones around here that were really got, stains and marks all over them, and they look like crap. They didn't go after them, so it must be, who who you're friends with. And that's why I've always said, I said it to the original owners of this park, and I'll say it until my last breath. If you own a mobile home park and you have a manager, that manager better not live in this park. They come into work, go to the office, they leave an emergency number that is after hours, and then they leave the park at 5 o'clock when they close the office, and don't come back till the next day. When you live in this park, you've got 2 problems. One, you get to know too many people in the park, and you make too many friends. And the second thing is, you make too many enemies. That you're afraid to say anything to anybody, because you're afraid, well, I live here and, they may damage my mobile home or something may happen. That's the problem. You do not have management living in the park. I'm sorry. That is the worst thing you can do. It was bad enough when I was a landlord for a duplex that I was only maybe a block or so away from the duplex. And the man I was with at the time, he ended up letting one of his relatives move in to one of the duplexes. Well, you know what happened there. That was one of the worst things you can do. You don't rent, you don't loan, you don't whatever to friends or family. You make nothing but an enemy, and family will disown you. But I just, you either run things like a business, or you don't have a business. That's it. So I don't know. I won't be moving. I can't afford to move. So it is what it is. But like I said, they need to remove this mobile home next door to me. They need to have it out of here. So, anyway, I was in, cleaning my kitchen, so I got, it's not done. It's not done. I've been dusting and moving spices and moving my spice rack to clean behind and around, and oh my goodness, it's like, seems like it's a never-ending battle. And then the puppy all day, like you saw in my previous video, he just was, I think he was just full of it today. It was like every 40 minutes he wanted to run outside. Maybe he's got spring fever or summer something. You know, he was like, oh, I want to be out, I want to be out. Whether he had a tinkle or not. I would like it, not bouncing back to it, but I would like it for them to move that mobile home, because their habit is when they remove them, a lot of times chances they don't put another one in for years and years. And I would love for them to remove that, because then I could put my little piece of fence out that I want to put out on the side yard here. And that way Liam could just, he could get out there and just chase his ball and play. And, I could do it on my other yard over here, but they don't like fences up close to the main road. Because, well, their idea was, well, what if we move in a mobile home? Yeah, when's the last time you moved in a mobile home in here? Give me a break. They're afraid, if they have to turn the corner or something. BS. That's BS. Because I talked to her down there, and the way she felt is that she didn't care what we did. So if she doesn't care what we do, like I said, I wanted to put up a little picket fence on the side here, but I'd have to put some kind of fence up that Liam couldn't, number one, dig under, and number two, jump over or squeeze through. So, I've been thinking about it to see what I can afford, because I'm not going to put up for the whole yard. It's just too much money, too much of an expense, and I can't do all the post, digging and stuff like that. So I figure if I can just get up, some of the one of those metal, that are on a roll, like not your chicken wire fence, but your wire one, and drive a few of the those metal stakes in the ground and stuff, and just put up a small little section that would be like, maybe say 10 feet by 20 on my side yard or so. It wouldn't interfere with the mobile home next door, but I'd have enough area that if he wants to run and play back there, he will. He'll probably want to dig holes or something, but at least he'd have a small little area he could run in, and I could watch him do that. So I don't know, thinking. But I can't wait to go grocery shopping. My mom's not going to go this month. She said she's got more than enough stuff. So just me and my daughter going to go and get our groceries. I'm going to pile up stuff. Boy, I'm going to get tons of broccoli. I miss having it at least once or twice a week. I love broccoli. So I'm going to make sure I get a bunch of it. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to talk about or want to talk about? I'm going to get a sip of coffee. Yes, I do have my coffee. Oh, and that microwave that my daughter got me, that she got it wasn't that expensive. I mean, I can remember back when microwaves, well, I mean, you can get a real expensive one if you want, one that you can really cook in, and that type of thing, that you can put metal in and all that. I just wanted a simple microwave, because I mainly needed it because I heat up the puppy's food every night. I put it on at about 22 seconds, and that's just the right amount of time that it's not too hot and it's not cold, because he eats it's fresh food from the pet store, and it's at Vital, and it's like 90% real chicken, has carrots in it, has carrots, blueberries. Oh, and I forget, there's one other thing in there. It's really good. I mean, you read the ingredients, there is nothing in it that a human couldn't eat. Nothing. But it's, natural for them. It's got the right proteins and all that stuff in it. But I keep it in the refrigerator, of course, and I'm not going to give him cold food. So I heat it up. So I need the microwave for that. Then I need the microwave for on occasion when I, stick a small thing in there, like if we have one potato or we have a sweet potato or something. I don't use a microwave like I used to, making box stuff like I used to do. So, excuse me. Oh, my. But I use it to steam my broccoli and do my cauliflower so I can make my cauliflower mash. And so I do need it for that. If I didn't need it for that kind of stuff, I wouldn't even have a microwave, because I don't, reheat my meals or anything in there. So it's like a waste to me. So, but it was really cheap. It was $60. I mean, no, I guess that doesn't sound cheap to some people, but to me that's really cheap, because the next one up I think was 149 or something like that for the 900 watt. I don't need no 900 watt, Plus I use it to make my popcorn. I don't do popcorn on the stove and things. I put those half bags in, and that's what I eat for my fiber and my snack at night. So, let's see. For supper tomorrow, I'm going to do some kind of chicken. I just haven't decided. I have a little bit of broccoli left, and I didn't realize I have 2 heads of cauliflower in there. I've got to make that cauliflower. I can't do cauliflower mash because I don't have any heavy cream. I want to get some more of that powdered heavy cream. I keep forgetting to get that off of Amazon. They have it, it's powdered, and you mix it, let it set overnight in the refrigerator, and you can make whatever amount you want. And that way you can make a smaller amount, and it doesn't go stale or bad as fast as if you buy the little teeny pint or something. And if you don't use it every day or every couple of days, after you've opened it, after about 6 to 8 days, or it starts going bad. Where the powdered stuff, that is really good. You just get it and make your own heavy cream. So I'll have to get some. I can't make my my mash. I suppose I could use regular milk if I have to. I don't have any regular milk. I just have 1% floating around in those boxes that I have. And I do have some powdered milk that I use just for cooking if I have to have milk. So, make some kind of chicken tomorrow, today, whatever, I just don't know what. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, I just want to get this stupid thing done. It's starting to drive me crazy with the, and said monotonous after a while. But thank goodness all I have left is just this square area. Some people would only work a small square at a time. I try to work the biggest section possible. Now I will be going up this way, you know, with my colors. Usually I pick a color and I'll do that whole color up and down, you know, so I don't have to pick it up again. But since I'm sitting here right now talking to y'all, I'm not going to keep going up and down and up and down because I'm not sure how much you can see. And so it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. They said something about some thunderstorms happening in the next couple days, so I suspect that's going to be fun. I thought April showers brought May flowers, but I guess we're going to get it all the way through May, too. So, I got nothing else to talk about, everybody. Sorry. I'm not making enough white noise for you. All my PR packages are heading in this direction. Just don't know how soon. We'll see how they turn out. And the Temu order, that's, you know, well, y'all know how that goes. It takes quite a while before that, you know, gets moving. So I'm anxious to see it, show it, and have them. You know, I can't do this all the time, but I just did it. Like I said, I had quite a bit extra on there because I would look at it every couple days of the past orders I made, and I would look to see at each order, you know, where it said price adjustment, because as you know, if anything sells for less out of what you bought, they'll put that amount in your account. And, you know, you just build up the money. And that's what I did. I had like maybe $30 or more or something. You know, I just kept, you know, looking at the thing and hitting price adjustment. And whenever something sold cheaper than what I paid for it, they'd give you that money. Now, if you wanted it back in your checking account or however you paid it, that took longer. And I just didn't want to go that route. I figured just put it in my Temu account, and I'll spend it when I have a little more money, you know, to add to it. So, and then there's people that play some kind of games on there or something. I don't get into that. I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't deal with that. So, well, I guess that's about it. So I'm going to get off here and get this uploaded so you can see it Friday morning, afternoon, whenever. And hopefully by Friday night this will be done. Then Saturday I can start doing a kit up with the Chippendale from Center One. Excuse me. And do a kit up with that. And I'll do a kit up of the one custom of Liam. I'll do a kit up of that. And I'm going to, work on both of those. Speaking of working on those, the smaller one, my sister, that's why I knew there was something else. My sister, one sister came out here the other day and uploaded, uploaded, whatever, a bunch of pictures of my mom's birthday, and they're on my computer. I need to go through them to see which ones that I might want to show y'all if you're interested. If not, hey, say the word, no problem. But anyhow, I had given her last year a couple diamond paintings to work on, for her and her little granddaughter. And she never got to them. She doesn't really know how to diamond paint. So when she was here the other day, I gave her a couple more pens, some more wax, because I said I wasn't sure what I had given her. I gave her a couple more trays, some of those bigger plastic, pink or purple ones that I don't like. Gave her a couple of those, and she said, well, I guess I'm going to have to go back on your YouTube channel somewhere and figure out how, watch you diamond paint so I know what I'm doing. Well, I ended up telling her in instant message, I said, look, how about if I just do a video, just private for her, step-by-step instructions, on how to do it, and I'll use the same material I gave her, because she has the little pink pen and the squishy, I call them squishies, but, to put on the pen so it's a better grip. And she is going to be using wax and so on. So I told her, I said, I'll just do a tutorial. Whoops, I'm putting that on the wrong one. See, not paying attention. A tutorial just for you and your, granddaughter and a great niece, so that you can follow it. And she said that was a great idea. That she said, yeah. So what I'm going to do is when I'll probably have an inch or so done on the custom, either the custom or my next gnome, that you won't see, because that's what I'm going to do on for her for a private instructions. And then when I do it on public video, you'll see that some of it was done, whatever. I don't suppose that matters to y'all. But I thought I'd do her a private one so that she can, not feel silly and learn how to diamond paint. Because I told her, I said, this is one of the easiest hobbies. Not one of the cheaper ones, but it's one of the easiest ones. It's not that hard. When I said, you use the wax to pick up the drills, and she says, what are the drills? I said, those little things. Oh, she said, you mean what'd she call them? The diamonds or the rhinestones or something, she called them. I said, well, I call them drills. That's what everybody else calls them. But you call them what you want. Makes no difference as long as you get them on there. I don't care what you call them. So, and, because she didn't even know, how often you have to put the wax in. You have to put the wax in when it stops picking them up, So I'm going to give her a little blow-by-blow, instructions, and hopefully she'll get into it for her. For another little hobby. She I don't know why she would worry about having another hobby. She builds furniture and does, different stuff like that. Stuff I used to do, where I refinished stuff years ago. So now she's doing it and having a good time at it. So, well, that's it. I've babbled enough, and I've probably babbled to the point where I'm not making any sense. So I'm going to get off here, and I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know when I'm going to be back on. Probably either Friday night or Saturday afternoon. It just depends on how fast I get this done, and I'll do a kit up and maybe do that, on here, do a kit up. So you can see, maybe there's something I can talk about. I don't know. I'm just going to be busy the better part of today finishing up that kitchen. It's a disaster area. Getting ready to throw stuff out every spring, summer. You say, okay, I didn't use it all last year or the year before. Why do I still have it? So, all right, I'm going to get off here. I will let you all go. And hope you have a good Friday. Hope your weekend is going to be fantastic. Hopefully, no storms. Cross your fingers. No storms. Let it be pleasant. Not, so much heat that we can't stand it. Please, please, please. I want to open my windows, and I want to, at least for a while, if there's fresh air out there, I want to smell it. you know, uh, Being cooped up and closed up for winter, you want your windows open, you want that breeze. You want that nice, You don't want to open it up and all of a sudden this heat just goes whap, slaps you right in the face. That's not a good one. Not a good look. So, okay, that's 40 plus minutes. That's it. I'm done. I love you all. You get a chance to comment, go for it. If not, hey, if you view it, that works. So, have a good one. Love you all. Happy diamond painting. DP Crazy Lady is out.